This is the time of year for socializing with family, friends, and colleagues in various festive events. Sadly, we also typically see increases in road traffic collisions and antisocial behavior associated with alcohol. As a result, the Bermuda Police Service encourages members of the public to enjoy themselves responsibly. Police officers will be out monitoring the roads during the holidays, and traffic checks can be expected at various locations island-wide. Officers, both in high-visibility uniform and plainclothes, will be patrolling the City of Hamilton as well as various other locations, engaging with shoppers, realtors, and motorists to ensure everyone is able to enjoy the festivities in a peaceful and safe environment. Patrons attending Christmas parties are asked to act in a responsible manner. Careful consideration should be given to your options and the consequences. If you intend on consuming alcohol, please do not make the mistake of driving whilst impaired. Poor choices can have long-term ramifications. Residents are encouraged to always lock their doors and windows when leaving the house, even for a few moments. If leaving the house for extended periods of time, ask a neighbor or a friend or a family member to watch the house. Displays of holiday gifts should not be visible through windows or doors. In closing, I would like to take this opportunity to reassure the public that any antisocial behavior during the holiday period will not be tolerated, with officers using all lawful powers to deter and detect offenders as well as offences. On behalf of the Bermuda Police Service, I wish everyone a happy and safe festive holiday.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Bermuda Police Service wishes to take this opportunity to remind the public that use of the roads in a safe manner is the responsibility of all. The Christmas season does not diminish this responsibility in any way. 2013 to date has seen 9 lives tragically lost on the roads, and many collisions that have resulted in serious injuries, as well as thousands of dollars in vehicular damage. Many road deaths suffered in Bermuda are avoidable. Alcohol consumption beyond the legal limits for driving is far too frequently a contributing factor in these collisions. If you have consumed alcohol, the simple message is don't drive. Safe driving and responsible use of the roads is the responsibility of everyone. If your work colleague, friend, or relative has consumed alcohol, they might not be in the best mind to make the right decision. Take steps to deter them from driving or riding. When using the roads, drive or ride defensively and not aggressively, as the volume of traffic is increasing generally. In particular, the roads around the City of Hamilton have become congested with higher volumes of motor and pedestrian traffic, and this is likely to continue right up to New Year's Eve. Pedestrians are road users too, and are also encouraged to ensure that they use the roads and crossings, particularly in the City of Hamilton, safely. Pedestrians should only cross the roads on marked crossings, and in doing so should be certain that traffic has seen them before stepping off the sidewalk. This will ensure that the potential for a collision with a motorist is avoided. Similarly, motorists should approach crossings with caution and give way to pedestrians. In our continued efforts to calm the roads, the Bermuda Police Service has put measures in place to increase our visibility on the roads. This is geared towards the prevention and deterrence of bad driving behavior. Additionally, officers have been tasked to continue to target offences identified in the Selective Traffic Enforcement Program, the acronym is STEP, launched earlier this year. To this end, the motoring public are reminded that there is zero tolerance towards bad driving behaviors that have been selected. This includes impaired driving, driving dangerously, driving without due care and attention, speeding, and the use of cellular telephones whilst driving. Offenders will find themselves before the magistrate's court. By adhering to the traffic laws of Bermuda and taking steps to consciously use the roads safely, it is the hope of the Bermuda Police Service that the year will end without further loss of life or serious, lifelong injuries being suffered. The Bermuda Police Service wishes all a safe, peaceful, and happy Christmas period.
Good afternoon, Bermuda. On behalf of the Bermuda Road Safety Council, in our recent meeting, we discussed what should our message be for 2013. We've lost 9 lives already. We do not want to go into this Christmas season losing any more lives. Our message is very simple. Do not drive if you're going to drink. Very simple. Slow down on your bikes. Slow down in your vehicles. Fasten your helmets safely and make sure they're secured. We want to come out of this Christmas season going in 2014 and see no more lives lost. This is our passionate plea to the Bermuda public. We need to make changes on how we conduct ourselves on the road. By putting all stops out, we support the Bermuda Police. We support what they're doing, but the best support will come from you. If you just take your time, slow down, do not drink and drive, and always consider the next person on the road. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. The life you might save will be your own. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, members of the media, and certainly to the general public. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you on behalf of the Board of Qatar and our Executive Director. Our message this year is consistent with the message we've been giving for the last few years, so one might even say the last decade. A, B, C, D. Always bus, cab, or designated driver. If you're going to go out throughout the Christmas holiday and or New Year's Eve, put a plan in place. Put the number of a cab driver that you may know in your phone. Keep the number of the cab company in your phone, so if you are out drinking, you have a way to get to them. Call a cab company. Also this weekend, we will have available our Let Us Drive program. As you may or may not be aware, Let Us Drive is sponsored by Bacardi, Boris Light, and Goslings and the Corporation of Hamilton. It is available from 3:15 to 3:45 on Saturday morning. To date, this program has taken home 10,184 individuals. Again, this program has taken home 10,184 individuals. So certainly, we can't put a value on how many lives potentially have been saved or how many bills have been averted through the road traffic accidents. This year, we've posted on our Facebook page an initiative called the Ultimate Christmas Guide. Go to Qatar at Facebook and you'll find this guide. This initiative was done in conjunction with Drink Aware Ireland. And the message in Ireland and certainly in Bermuda is to drink responsibly. Always put in place a bus, cab, or designated driver. We'd also like to point out that this week we finished a life skills program at the Berkeley Institute where we had 22 students pass the LST program. This is a comprehensive program which provides adolescents and young teens with the confidence and skills to necessarily handle challenging situations when it comes to alcohol, drugs, peer pressure, and or gang violence. Again, we wish everybody a pleasant and safe Christmas and a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, and always bus, cab, or designated driver. Thank you.
What we are doing is we're obviously staying alert for impaired drivers, and yes, there have been several over the course of the last 2 weeks, which is probably somewhat of an increase over normal. The metric is that our police officers, we've pulled resources in that would normally be in plain clothes. They're now in uniform. But it's about coordinating the resources that we do have to make sure we have the biggest impact at the right times. Yeah, sure. There has been no difference in our response time, although we've lost our offices in Bars Bay. Our vessels are still docked in Bars Bay, and they depart from Bars Bay at this time. So there hasn't been any difference in our response times to any marine incidents or the patrols that we do on the waters.
In regards to roadside sobriety tests, we're still working through the legislative changes, and it's with the minister. And it's going to take some time to put it into place. Certainly we're not going to have it in place for this season, this holiday season, but it's certainly something that will be on the books for next year.
We're currently discussing, quite frankly, just prior to coming here, we're having a conversation as to whether we're actually going to have Let Us Drive on the actual evening as it relates to Christmas and New Year's Eve. And certainly if we're going to do it for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, we'll make sure that you're aware that that's going to be the case. But certainly Let Us Drive is going to be available this weekend and the following weekend.